How long have you been living here?
I've been living in Tucson for about 36 years.
And you live around here?
I live about 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes. So, what do you think happened here? As you being a Tucson resident, what's your gut telling you?
My gut is telling me that it's the brother-in-law, or the son-in-law.
Son-in-law. Why?
Just too many things. You know, he had pictures. There was a picture or two that came out, and you haven't seen him since. You haven't heard from him.
Radio silent.
The other people have, the family, Savannah and, her brother and sister have done things. He hasn't been involved in any of it, and I don't know if he's trying to stay away from the limelight or what it is, but I can tell you this, it's very suspicious to me.
Stop everything. Forget every headline you've read over the last 57 days. Forget the theories about a random kidnapping or a desert disappearance. Today, the silence has been shattered by a confession so dark, so calculated, and so chilling that it has sent shockwaves through the highest levels of the FBI. Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of NBC's Savannah Guthrie, vanished into the Arizona night, leaving behind a smashed camera and a disconnected pacemaker. For 2 months, the world asked, "Where is she?" But now, we have the answer to a much more terrifying question. What happened at exactly 11:19 p.m.? In a leaked transcript obtained by our inner circle sources, a secret buried in the digital memory of a medical device has emerged. And it changes the entire narrative from a missing persons case to a cold-blooded betrayal. Tomaso Chion, the man who stood by the family's side, has finally broken. But his confession isn't what you think. It's a twisted web of lies that uncovers a nightmare no one saw coming. You aren't going to believe what was found in the 47-second phone call that preceded the Flatline. Stay tuned, because the truth about Nancy Guthrie is finally coming out, and it's a horror story you can't wake up from. To understand the explosion of this scandal, we have to go back to the beginning, to a family that looked perfect on the outside but was rotting from the inside. Nancy Guthrie wasn't just anyone. She was a pillar of the Tucson community, a woman of grace, and the mother of one of America's most famous journalists. But behind the closed doors of her quiet home at St. Philip's in the Hills, a financial war was brewing. Enter Tomaso Chion. For years, Tomaso played the role of the devoted son-in-law. He was the one Nancy trusted with her finances. He was the one who held her power of attorney. But insiders are now coming forward with stories of intense, whispered arguments over Nancy's massive estate. Sources close to the family claim that just weeks before her disappearance, Nancy had discovered irregularities in her bank accounts. She was sharp, she was independent, and she was about to cut him off. The tension was a ticking time bomb. Think about it. An 84-year-old woman with a life-dependent pacemaker suddenly deciding to change her will? This wasn't just a family disagreement. This was a financial death sentence for Tomaso. The resentment was building like a pressure cooker. Neighbors reported seeing Tomaso's car parked outside Nancy's house at odd hours, the silhouette of two people arguing visible through the curtains. The media drama was inevitable. When Savannah Guthrie took that leave of absence from the Today Show, the world felt her heartbreak. But while she was pleading for her mother's return, the man sitting next to her was allegedly hiding a digital trail that led straight to a desert grave. The history of this case is littered with dead ends, scam Bitcoin ransom notes, fake sightings at the Mexican border, but all of it looks like a smokescreen now. Was Tomaso planting these leads? Was the masked figure on the camera just a costume for a man the dog didn't bark at? The stage was set for a tragedy, but no one expected the plot twist that was about to drop. As we dig deeper into the estate war, a leaked memo suggests Nancy had a secret meeting scheduled for February 3rd. She never made it to that meeting, and now we know why. But wait until you hear what the FBI found hidden in the garage wall. Things are about to get much, much worse. February 1st, 2026. The night the world stood still. The official story was that Tomaso had a lovely dinner and left via Uber. But we've obtained leaked GPS data that paints a much more frantic, much more violent picture. At 10:32 p.m., a 47-second call was placed from Nancy's phone to Tomaso. What was said? Tomaso claims it was a medical emergency, but insider leaks suggest it was Nancy's final plea for mercy. Tomaso didn't call 911. He didn't call Savannah. He drove back in his private vehicle, lights off, creeping through the neighborhood like a predator. This is where the story takes its first horrific turn. When he entered that house, the security cameras were smashed, not by an intruder, but by someone who knew exactly where they were located. And then, the evidence that paralyzed the grand jury, the pacemaker data. We are talking about a piece of medical technology that acts as a black box for the human heart. At 11:17 p.m., Nancy's heart rate spiked to a level consistent with extreme terror. At 11:18 p.m., the rhythm became chaotic. And at exactly 11:19:03 p.m., the signal was manually terminated. He didn't just watch her die. The forensic report suggests he physically disconnected the device. Can you imagine the betrayal? An 84-year-old woman looking into the eyes of her son-in-law as he pulls the literal plug on her life? The panic defense he's using? It's falling apart. If he panicked, why is there evidence of a cleanup crew? Why did luminol testing find wiped blood patterns near the baseboards that suggest a body was dragged toward the rear exit? But here's the twist that turned this case upside down. The masked figure seen on the doorbell camera? Forensic gait analysis has just confirmed that the figure has a distinctive stride, identical to Tomaso's. The intruder wasn't a stranger. The intruder was the man who had dinner with her hours earlier. But just as the police were moving in for the arrest, a new piece of evidence emerged from the Arizona desert that proves Tomaso wasn't working alone. Who was in the passenger seat during that 6-minute detour? The answer will leave you speechless. The internet is absolutely losing its mind. Justice for Nancy is trending #1 globally. Every true crime YouTuber, every TikTok sleuth, and every news anchor is dissecting the 6-minute detour. You see, Tomaso's car telematics showed him stopping near a desert wash for exactly 6 minutes before heading home. 6 minutes is enough time to dump evidence, but it's not enough time to bury a body. A leaked Twitter thread from a verified investigator claims that satellite imagery from that night shows a second set of headlights meeting Tomaso at the wash. Who else would have a motive to see Nancy gone? Was this a conspiracy involving the estate lawyers, or someone even closer to the family? The backlash is reaching a boiling point. Hollywood celebrities are tweeting their support for Savannah, while the dark web is buzzing with theories that Nancy is actually still alive, held captive in a remote location to force her to sign over the rest of her assets. The industry is in shock. NBC insiders say the atmosphere at the Today Show is beyond funeral-like. But then, the shock reveal dropped. 2 hours ago, a source leaked a photo of a piece of clothing found in the wash. It wasn't Nancy's. It was a bloody glove with DNA that matches. Not Tomaso. The DNA belongs to a known associate of a local criminal ring. Did Tomaso hire professional help? Did he contract the disappearance of his mother-in-law? If this is true, we aren't looking at a panic manslaughter charge anymore. We are looking at premeditated murder for hire. The stakes just went through the roof, and the FBI has just upgraded the charges. But wait, there's a secret recording from Nancy's own phone that was uploaded to the cloud seconds before it was smashed. And what she says in that recording? It names the real mastermind. The world is a battlefield right now. On one side, the truth seekers are demanding the maximum penalty, calling for a trial of the century. On the other, a small but vocal group of Tomaso defenders are claiming he's being framed by a family that wanted him out of the will. The debates are getting violent. Fake news reports are circulating that Tomaso has already escaped to a non-extradition country, while others say he's singing like a bird to the feds to save his own skin. "I can't believe we trusted him," one viral TikTok says with 10 million views. "He was in the family photos. He was at the Christmas dinners. He's a monster in a suit." Meanwhile, celebrity lawyers on CNN are arguing that without a body, the 11:19 p.m. secret is circumstantial junk science. The division is fueling a fire that the justice system can't put out. Even major brands are pulling out of sponsorships associated with the family's media ventures. The Guthrie curse is the new buzzword. But amidst the chaos, a chilling post appeared on an anonymous message board. It contained a photo of a silver necklace, the same one Nancy was wearing in her last known photo, with the caption, "She's not in the desert. Look under the church." Is this a sick prank, or is the 11:19 p.m. secret just the tip of the iceberg? The controversy is so thick you can cut it with a knife, and the next update is rumored to involve a secret daughter no one knew existed. Hold your breath, because this is the moment that breaks the internet. As investigators rushed to St. Philip's in the Hills Episcopal Church following that anonymous tip, they didn't find a body. They found a hidden safe deposit box registered under a fake name, used by Tomaso Chion. Inside that box, it wasn't just money, it was a pre-recorded video from Nancy Guthrie herself. In a clip that has allegedly been leaked to our sources, Nancy stares into the camera, her voice trembling, and says, "If you are watching this, it means Tomaso has found the pacemaker remote. He thinks he's in control, but he doesn't know I've already moved the assets to..." The video cuts off. The screen goes black. Wait, a pacemaker remote? Does this mean the 11:19 p.m. disconnection was done remotely? Was he not even in the room when her heart stopped? Was he using the GPS data to create a fake alibi while he operated a device from his phone? This changes everything. It makes him not just a killer, but a digital executioner. But here is the final, heart-stopping twist. As the FBI was reviewing the church footage, they saw someone entering the vault just 24 hours ago. Someone who looks exactly like Nancy Guthrie. Is she alive? Was the disappearance a staged trap to catch Tomaso in the act? Or is there a twin sister, a double life, or a conspiracy so deep it goes all the way to the top of the Arizona government? The Case Closed title is a lie. The case is just beginning. At the end of the day, someone is lying, someone is dead, and someone is watching us right now. We have a lead on a second phone found in the desert wash that contains messages from a mystery contact named The Architect. Who is The Architect, and why did they message Tomaso at 11:20 p.m. saying, "It's done, clean the cameras"? We are just scratching the surface of this nightmare. The 11:19 p.m. secret is out, but The Architect is still in the shadows. Was Nancy Guthrie a victim, or is she the one pulling the strings from a hidden location? We need your help to solve this. Drop a comment right now. Do you believe Tomaso acted alone, or is there a mastermind we haven't named yet? What do you think is in the rest of Nancy's secret video? We are reading every single comment, and your theories might just lead to our next big break. If you want to be the first to see the Architect's leaked messages and the full church vault footage, you must subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have a massive update dropping in less than 24 hours that will reveal the identity of the person seen at the vault. Don't be left in the dark while the rest of the world finds out. Like this video to show your support for Justice for Nancy. Every like helps spread this investigation and puts more pressure on the authorities to reveal the truth. Stay tuned, stay vigilant, and remember, in this case, the heart doesn't just beat,